take a look around this Hungaroring circuit here in Budapest, a 2.738 mile circuit, 14 turns and only one DRS zone down the start-finish straight. It's tight and twisty, described as Monaco without the barriers. On board with the Alpine then, that storm to victory here last year. Head down towards turn number 1. Over 300 kilometers an hour in 8th gear, flat out with the DRS open. In towards turn number 1, a heavy braking zone. Flick the car into the right, a double apex. DRS open again then as you run down towards turn number 2. It's downhill under the bridge as well. Triple apex second corner. It's easy for the car to ease out wide. Let it. It doesn't destroy the tyres. Through turn 3, 6th gear. Rise up, 7th gear, the top of the hill before turn 4, flick it in, 5th gear corner. Then at turn 5, it's a 4th gear corner, drop down again, rise up the hill. The track narrows down as well as you come in towards turn 6 and 7, 3rd gear corner, very tight chicane, absolutely single file. Through the Mickey Mouse section now at 8, 9 and 10, 4th gear, 5th gear, then back up into 6th gear as well as you're continuing to rise up the pressure as well. Try not to let the car go too wide here at the exit at turn 9. Don't go all wheels off the road. Drop down then, once again, out of turn 11, now it's to move into turn 12, 3rd gear corner, back up the accelerator, sort of right about 180 kilometers an hour, round turn 13, a long sweeping double apex left-hander, turn 14, quite like the Nürburgring here as well, a long sweeping right with a double apex hairpin, back onto the start-finish line, and that is a lap of the Hungaroring in Budapest, Hungary. Hello everybody, welcome to the Formula 2 feature race. Rain in the air, dry clouds. Should we take a look at how they line up on the grid? Because we're going to throw it to Alex Jakes and Alex Brundle.
Grid then of Formula 2 cars. Are we going to split the strategies as we move through it?
Ayumu Iwasa follows his maiden feature race win in Le Castellet with a maiden pole position and the 2 bonus points that go with it. Marcus Armstrong is on the front row for one of these races for the first time. Then it's championship leader Felipe Drugovich going from 3rd. His closest rival in the points battle is alongside, heading into turn number 1. Logan Sargent looking to make amends for what you saw at the top of the broadcast. Yuri Vips was on the podium yesterday. Frederick Vesti goes from 7th. Dennis Hauger looking for a clean turn 1 after that spin in the sprint. On the podium as well yesterday was Enzo Fittipaldi, and a 2-time winner now, Jack Doohan, starts 10th today. It's Liam Lawson in 11th next to Jan Daruvala, who takes his Prema from 12th on the grid. Ollie Caldwell is 13th next to Richard Verschoor, the Dutch driver, from 14th position in the field. Then it's Marino Sato next to Jem Bullock-Bassi. Turkish driver goes from 16th place. And David Beckman is next to Callan Williams as they look to progress into the top 10 positions, paying out points. Clement Novalak is next to Roberto Merri, who continues to sub for Ralph Boschung. And Roy Nissany and Amaury Cordial complete the grid for the 20th race of the year. So the track is low grip. We've had rain overnight. We started the Formula 3 race in wet conditions. They transitioned to the slick tyres, and we must run both compounds of tyres in this, the feature race, with 25 points available for the win. And it is the 10th round of the year. So if Teo Porchero is going to do anything about Felipe Drugovich, he's going to have to do something about it sooner rather than later. We have this race, and then we move on, the triple header, and then one round after that. It is at the front of the field, though. Some new drivers on the front row for a feature race. Ayumu Iwasa taking his maiden pole position. And we can hear now as well from Armstrong in 2nd place. But first of all, our championship leader, that man there, Felipe Drugovich.
I think we have to be very smart and try to look for the points first of all, and if it's possible to win, we're gonna try to win it and yeah, score those big points.
From my point of view, I thought the car was really good, and we sort of maximized each part of the track, in my opinion, and that was exactly our target heading into the weekend. The car was good in free practice as well, so I'm confident on the other compound, and we're just going to push hard.
Start is not everything for the race, so yeah, first I need to decide a good start, and then after that I need to manage the tire well, and then I think strategy will be important as well.
Well, I'm delighted to say that we are back underway and Synthol is actually going to make it. I didn't see that, sorry mate, because we've been running around covering everything. So don't worry, Synth, I'm starting the call right now because I've just been running around starting the other series and all that lot. So we've been everywhere today. As I'll get on the call right now, mate. Nice to have you in the box. So call is starting. Hopefully you can answer. Hi, Synth. Sorry about that. Nice to see you again, my friend. Oh, can you hear me, Synth? Don't think Synthol's in just yet. But they're coming up onto the grid then. Hopefully.
Can you hear me? I can hear the TV pictures only.
I can hear... Oh, hang on. Sorry, my fault. That's the audio. Wait there. As they come up to the grid. Hi, Synth. Sorry about that. Let's get ready for a rumble
I can hear
then.
you now.
Hello. Nice to have you.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't see your message. My fault there. Should we get going then? 37 laps ahead of us for the F2 sprint race. They're all lined up on the grid. Now they're on dry tyres, but it's a damp track. The wind is building up. Green flag at the back. 1 light, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Lights out, race on for the F2 feature. Good start, actually, from the front row for Iwasa. Armstrong, though, will get the better phase of the start and takes the lead on the run down towards 10. Felipe Drugovich looks to the inside, now swaps to the outside, locks up, goes to the inside, nearly tags the back of Marcus Armstrong and Amumu Iwasa. But now already round the outside, though, is Theo Pourchaire, who's going to take second position and might even go for the race lead as he's looking right round the outside. Very tasty indeed. There's multiple cars off everywhere, Synth. What a start.
Yeah, absolutely crazy indeed. So a bit damp, of course. People getting pushed wide in turn 2. So going very wide there is Liam Lawson. I think Jack Doohan is going to
Doohan stopping. The race winner from yesterday is stopping. He's got an issue. He's dropped all the way down to last place. I can't believe it. So Jack Doohan already looks like he could be out of this race, and it's barely begun. Lap 1 of 37 here for the feature, and we could have a safety car already as Novalak up the inside, just battling with Roberto Merry further back. What a quick getaway, as there's drama already developing everywhere.
Yeah, I think Sato had an incredible exit at turn 5 and took 2 positions on the outside there. So maybe there's more grip on the outside still, which was obviously the wet line. Here we can see Jack Doohan has got a puncture or anything.
Yeah, don't know actually. It looks okay to me, doesn't it? No sign of a puncture. It must have, unless he's had a spin and he's done a 360 round. Let's see if the TV directors give us some action, considering the fact that they didn't show anything yesterday in these situations.
Yeah, I think he was slow.
Yeah. I agree, just slow. So, green flag. Track has gone green, and it did that 9 minutes ago, which is good news. As the race underway, dry tyres for everyone up there. Armstrong leads, Pourchaire, Iwasa, Drugovich, Vesti, Fittipaldi as well. Vips, Hauger, and meantime further back as well. Hauger is coming under pressure as well up the inside. As through goes the 23 of Clem Bollock-Bassi, passing Liam Lawson. I'm being corrected in my ear. As Lawson trying to swing back round the outside on the run down towards turn number 3. And he can't do it. Bollock-Bassi should have it. Although there's supreme grip on the outside line, it seems, in the dry. And Lawson's going to turn in. Same time as Bollock-Bassi, and Bollock-Bassi keeps ahead. Brilliant there.
Yeah, absolutely. So still the outside line can be a lot more grippy. Is he side by side now with Ruvla as well, trying to attack him, but the outside turn 4 still is going to be very difficult for sure.
A lot of battles and a lot of drama as well, continuing to fight their way through in this race. Hopefully as well, we're not going to have too big of a battle here today, that in terms of the fact that we're going to have multiple incidents at the same time. So keep your fingers crossed on this one. But this is turning into such a little battle already, and the race is only a couple of laps old. As we've got, I'm just trying to work out, I think it's 56 minutes left, and that's Jack Doohan, Synth, just completely out of it.
Yeah, has he made a pit? He's so slow. He's missed the pit lane, or
Yeah.
at least he's gone. Yeah, he's still very slow.
He has missed the pits. You are absolutely bang on there. Don't know why he's missed the pit lane. Safety car's on standby for some reason, but it's gone green now, so whatever that was. I have zero clue, because I've never seen the safety car put on standby for absolutely nothing before. So we'll keep our eyes on the fixed programme as well. Armstrong leads at the moment with Iwasa in Pourchaire to second. Iwasa's now down to third after that opening lap little shenanigans out there. As
Great
once
move here from
again,
Bollock Bessie.
yeah, Bollock Bassi passing Sarge on the inside in towards turn number 1, making the move. So all in love and war in Formula 2. I am sweating now. It's hot and humid here in the UK. Take a look at the start though, Synth.
Yeah, so let's look from I think Drugovic from P3 had an amazing start as well. He's looking for the lead as well eventually, and Pucher also with a great start, heading towards turn 1. It was got away a little less than Armstrong. Look at Pucher, he's on the outside. So the brakes so much later, and just gonna clean around the outside of 2 of them, and now he's up to P2. And now he's also, the outside line, there's more grip there, but I think just Armstrong is gonna force him wide, so there's no room there. Yuri Vips being pushed off there as well by, I think, Frederik Vesti, and everybody just trying to make their way towards turn 2. I wonder what happened to Jack Doohan then.
Looks a bit like he's just dropped off the back there as well as he comes back through. Let's just quickly hand over to Alex for a second.
As well, and he's desperate not to have the same incident that he did before. And whilst all of that was going on, Pourchaire roaring around the outside and taking second place.
Yeah, a little calmer on the apex for Drugovic than he was yesterday, down towards turn 1. Here's how it looked from Logan Sargent's perspective, and that's going to be a legacy for the rest of the race.
Every time I'm next to Logan, he drives me off.
Not happy with the behaviour of drivers down towards turn 1. I think he'll probably get away with that flat spot. It's not a huge issue.
And the difficult moment. Oh, side by side we go. And trying to go around the outside, trying to make the move. Fittipaldi thinking about it. Outside line, inside line, position gained, and nicely done. So that's a good battle there over 5th position.
Brave stuff from Fittipaldi, using that AstroTurf in the wet. One of the few circuits where that's still on the outside of the corners, and it does.
Some great couple of battles then going on, Synth, as well. And we've got the tech problem fixed finally, but tell you what, it's hot and sweaty. Not nice in jeans as well, they're sticking. Talk us through this though, because this is again a move further back between Vips and Fittipaldi for 5th.
Yeah, great move around the outside from Fittipaldi on Frederik Vesti in the ART. I think there's just much more grip on the outside line. I'm sorry, by the way, if you can hear some background noises out
Not
there,
a problem.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, I'll just mute myself when I'm not talking, I guess. Because,
we can't hear it, honestly. We can't hear a thing.
Oh, well, that's perfect.
Your mic, whatever it is really good at just absorbing the background noise, so you're perfectly fine. Under investigation, Vesti and Vips as well, presumably for contact on the opening lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn 2.
Indeed, in turn 2, a slight contact, so I'm not sure that's worth that much of a penalty, but it's under investigation for now.
I think they've been given a 5-second penalty. I'm just waiting for confirmation over the ears. Fastest lap, Felipe Drugovic with a 1:33.081. So Drugovic again having a better time out there on the circuit as they come flying through. And again having flying action here at the moment. And also, with Ian Birch not being on camera, we might have found a system that I can keep my headset for the rest of the day. Time penalty, Frederik Vesti, 5 seconds as well for forcing another driver off the track. So there we go. He's got that penalty done and dusted now, Synth.
I think it's quite harsh, isn't it? It was just a little bit contact, being forced off a little bit for Vesti, for Vips, but it's got a 5-second time penalty. I think shouldn't they just be a little bit more, less strict in the opening lap? But they aren't in this case, and they give him a 5-second time penalty.
Groman says you might feel hot and sticky, Josh, but those tyres, racing lines seem to be sticky as well. Track temperature 27.3 degrees, air temperature 19 degrees, wind speed at 5 miles per hour. It's 72% humidity over there in Hungary. Right now, here in the UK, to give you a little bit of factor for you, it is 19 degrees, but the humidity is up at, exactly the same, actually, 72 where we are, so that's a coincidence and a half. As they come through. So it's very hot and sweaty, and I need to wear this shirt all day, so that's not great news. Problem is, I wear a V-neck tight shirt underneath the main shirt, and it clings to you, so it's not very nice. As we see Drugovic keeping through. This is Awasa trying to pass Pourchaire for second. Drugovic is further back, and he's been setting some very, very quick lap times at the moment as well. Armstrong, Pourchaire, Awasa, Drugovic, 1, 2, 3, 4, Fittipaldi 5, Vesti 6, Vip 7, Hauger 8, Vachon 9th, Sato in 10th position. 51 minutes to go. Lap 6:37, and that is out for Jack Doohan. There's Mick Doohan, his dad, motorcycle legend, And after a victory in the sprint yesterday, Synth, he's out in the feature today.
Yeah, I think it's just it just was a car issue, so no contact or anything, I think. But yeah, very unfortunate for him for sure. And I wonder if there's still a chance of rain for later on this race. Could it be a dry to wet race?
Oh. Djokovic saying it's starting to rain a little bit.
Oh, well.
So,
what a timing that.
Cynthia, your commentator's curse just keeps on working in mysterious ways. I mean, I am very much entertained to see what you're going to do next in the running order as well. I've left the Formula E commentary box, by the way. Megan Birch and Ian Birch have taken over now for the remainder of the day. I'll stay here in Hungary and flip around to Scotland as well. Let's hear from Lawson.
Risk of rain is around 20 minutes away.
It's a 60%.
So a 60% chance of rain in 20 minutes, Synth, is what we just got told. But Djokovic already saying it's starting to rain. And there is more rain predicted for the start between F2 and F1. And it'll stop just for the start as Pourchaire's under pressure from Iwasa, who tried to go around the outside. Iwasa, the winner of the French feature race a week ago, now desperately trying to get through on Pourchaire. Pourchaire's defending. Iwasa around the outside at turn 3 is a risky manoeuvre. Unless you are just a new winner and a Japanese driver, you can pull off outside manoeuvres quite well. Remember Kobayashi? And nothing there from Iwasa, Synth. That was actually a quite interesting little move.
Yeah, definitely. Well defended from Pourchaire, just letting this car go wide. But yeah, the rain could maybe be very interesting for strategy as well. Will they wait for the rain, or will the tires make it till the rain? And otherwise they have to make 2 pit stops. And who's going to stay out till the rain? Or yeah, this could be very interesting for sure. And how big, how much rain, and when, of course. But it's already started a little bit, so we're going to see a bit more slippery track for now.
Yeah, just to remind you as well, if you do need to listen, Megan's qualifying is underway now as well on the channel. So go and open up her commentary tab as well as we come back through. Armstrong, Pourchaire, Iwasa, Djokovic as well. Fittipaldi in 5th position. Still desperately trying to hold the advantage and to hold the tenths and to hopefully have a better run of this session as they fly back through. Lap 7 of 37. As they fly through.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah. Just trying to work out, when do you think they'll pit? Oh, now. Djokovic, okay. Djokovic comes in exactly as I say it for his first pit stop. Fittipaldi moves up. So he started, I believe, on the soft compound tyre, so he'll move over to the medium compound later on in the race. Can he make that to the end?
There he goes. I think they're just going to try to make it till the rain, possibly.
Possible, yeah, good idea. As Sargent passing Bollock Bassi, already trying to in towards turn 1. You can see the look at that above the track as well. That's the heat haze starting to come through as well, and it's wiping off all of the excess dampness on the track as well. That's unbelievable. I've never seen that before here as well. The sort of shadow effect over the track through turn 1, 2 and 3. That's the clouds above and the air moisture coming up. It's providing a really strange situation. Look how much tyres are damaged on Iwasa. Look at the front left. It's dead for Iwasa.
This is incredible. He's going to make a pit stop soon as well. Maybe even this lap.
Box, are you?
We're on it today. Box. He's coming in. We are on it.
Yeah.
Druvela and Caldwell have come in as well from the pit lanes. They're 20th and 21st. So they've decided to come in and change tyres to the mediums and to see if they can go until the rain comes as well. Don't think Armstrong's going to come in, although we're about to find out if anyone is going to dive into the pit lane this lap. Armstrong? No. Pourchaire? Oh, yes, Armstrong pits. Pourchaire pits. And Iwasa. Fittipaldi takes the lead. So the race leader does come in this lap. So, yeah, just in case that rain comes through, they've got to respond in case we see some overtakes later on in the race.
Yeah,
from
I wonder if
Djokovic.
someone who started on the harder tires will try to make it without a pit stop towards the rain.
Possible, as Pourchaire takes it through. And more action going on further back as well. There's Iwasa getting out of the session. And this has dropped them right down the field now, down to 16th place as Lawson passes Sargent and Bollock Bassi finally as well. But Armstrong, the race leader, had a slow stop and has been held up in the pit lane and has been passed by Pourchaire and Lawson. The top 3 have reversed. Iwasa, sorry. Yeah, so Pourchaire, Iwasa, Armstrong, the top 3 reverse.
They're already finished, but they just didn't take the risk to put him out, because I think he would have made it if they had just released him earlier. Oh, Novalek! Oh, there's going to be contact.
Novalak throws it up the inside line, trying to pass Bolobasi. Bolobasi goes off the track. Novalak goes to ninth at a part of the track that you don't usually overtake at. Amazing run there from Clem Bolobasi. From Novalak, as Bolobasi keeps back on the track. That was amazing car control, I meant to say there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Bolobasi decided to
We will at least do another lap. No! The front is done. Watch this lap.
So Fittipaldi wants box this lap. And he's not doing it.
He's
They're doing
staying
another
out.
lap. They've done another lap. That's dangerous, Synth. That tyre's going to go. But they're trying to minimise the time on the mediums because of the rain.
Yeah, it could definitely be so. Well, maybe the overcut works.
Possible. We didn't see that yesterday, of course, in the sprint because there was no pit stops in the sprint. So if that overcut is powerful, we are about to see it as it's lap 10 of 37. Fittipaldi, Vesti, Vips, Hauger, Vachor, Sato, Lawson, Sargent, Novalak, Beckman 10th, Lozani 11th. And into the pits comes Bolobasi, Merry and Callum Williams as well. They're all three into the pit lane.
I wonder what Fittipaldi is going to do when he's going to pit. Is he going to stay out even longer? I suppose he's going to box this lap, right?
Has to box this lap, otherwise he'll start falling back in positions. So, yeah, box this lap and keep on the attack, keep on the advantage. Otherwise, we're in big problems and big trouble. So, Bolobasi rejoins this race in 17th position. Callum Williams in 19th. Now Bolobasi drops down. Let's hear from Fittipaldi.
Let's go. We box this lap.
Well, I don't think he can do anything else.
No, it's boxing this lap then. Synth has to. Otherwise, he's in big, big trouble when that rain hits in a couple of laps' time.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder how heavy the rain will be. If it looks like now, with how fast the tires are just degrading, were they going to be to stop anyways, even if it wasn't going to rain?
And into the pits now comes Fittipaldi. Vesti will stay out, I believe, to take the lead of the race. He does. So Fittipaldi pits. Vesti was started the race with the alternate tyres. So he's going to go longer in this race and try and just take the wet tyres if it gets wet enough out here. But Fittipaldi's going to go into the mediums, Synth, for a number of laps.
Yeah, so now he's going to see if the overcut has worked. Where will he come out? Will he get ahead of the race leaders? Pucher is, I think, the one who is virtually in the lead, unless Fittipaldi can get past him.
Correa's next, so where is Pucher? 11.3 to the line. Not yet. There's Fittipaldi. Pocher's not even in sight as he exits the pit lane. There's Pocher just coming over the hill down towards turn one. Fittipaldi's not going to have any heat in his tyres on this track temperature as well. Pocher's going to swing round the outside line with complete ease. Theo Pocher takes the net lead then of the F2 feature race here in Budapest. And Fittipaldi now down to second. The overcut works, but only for P2.
Yeah, so I wonder if that extra lap got him just ahead before turn one, or that cost him a little bit too much that he's now behind him. But yeah, he definitely with that cold tires, it wasn't going to work anyways.
Looks like it as well as they come in. Oh, pit stop infringement from Roberto Merry. Yeah, noted as well as they take it. So the wheel just bounced off. That might be a penalty. Just a little one.
Yeah.
Right, I'll be back in just a second. Leaving Alex and Alex.
From behind.
So Fittipaldi's got to stay the course here. So he's getting past on track, but every single time he tries to bring that tyre in too soon, he's going to take pain later on in the race. It might be worth, as counterintuitive as it feels, letting a Wassa go, run your own pace, bring the tyre in the way that your team need to do it, because if you get that tyre up to temperature too soon, it will fall apart in the latter stages.
That's exactly what he doesn't need to do. See how Fittipaldi ahead of us here, arcing the car in and leaning on that left front tyre to give him pace to get away from Iwasa, and it scrubs across the road. That's what can damage the tyre. That's what can give you issues later on in the stint. And he has to try and retain track position here, but so tough for Fittipaldi as he continues to be under a pressure from Iwasa.
And this is allowing Theo Pocher to disappear up the road. It's giving him tyre management options later in the race. Everyone ahead of him still needs to make their mandatory stop as this battle on track continues. Now, with the medium tyres up to temperature for Fittipaldi, this is going to be a straight fight. We see about 2 laps normally of tyre temperature generation in practice and qualifying, and we're heading to turn 4.
And here's Iwasa then, Synth, right on the back as well, as we just make sure that Formula E was running okay. Iwasa's looking really strong here, Synth, as they try and come through.
Yeah, definitely really close behind him. He's obviously got DRS as well.
Oh, there's the rain.
We just saw as well the 5-second time penalty for Novalek.
Oh.
Not sure if the commentators just said it, but yeah, I think I did see that he was going wide in turn 4, and that's what it caused him to be on the inside of turn 5 when he was overtaking Bollock Bessie, which was really close to contact as well. But yeah, that has caused him to get a 5-second time penalty.
Stewards just investigated everything as well. Apparently there was a penalty yesterday in the F2 that Megan didn't agree with as Dennis Hauger locks up. As diving up the inside comes Richard Verschoor taking over as well. So that's not good news for Dennis Hauger for 3rd position. Verschoor moves up, but they haven't stopped yet, these lot either. The top 10 have not stopped in this race. Oh, and Vesti and Vips are under investigation by the stewards for turn 2 incident, forcing another drive off the track. So it's going to be investigated again.
Oh, yeah, that was lap 1, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, I think it was that one, yeah.
Didn't we already see a penalty for that?
Gwenwyn says, seems strange, you must be racing from the Hungaroring. That's with the humidity, broadcasting from the Hungaroring, with the humidity at 72%. Well, humidity on Hungary has dropped to 67%. Here, it's only 70, so it is dropping, but it's not that much in the UK. Brad says, hi Josh, why is David Beckham racing? Do they let celebs race in F2? I wish David Beckham was racing, yeah. I know, every time, I'm with you, Brad, every single time I say David Beckman, I want to say David Beckham. And I've said it, I think, once in the broadcast as well, in when I was going quite quick in the commentary. So, yeah, it's David Beckman, the German, as well. I believe David Beckman, anyway, is the German. Yes, he is. And the 22-year-old for Van Amersfoort Racing, replacing Ralph Boschung for a couple of rounds as well after an injury. And more 5-second time penalties are coming off. I think it's for Vesti. We'll confirm that if it comes up. Go on, Synth.
Yeah, we already saw a penalty. Was it for him as well, for Vesti before?
Vesti before, yes. That's 10 seconds worth of penalties, if I'm correct there.
But wasn't it for the same incident then?
Unless they've given it twice, that's a bizarre one. Although Megan did tell me yesterday when I left the com box after the F2 sprint, she did tell me that there was a same penalty issued twice by the FIA as well. So they got a drive-through penalty for it as well. So we'll double check if that is a replay in the system. But all looking okay so far.
We also saw in the qualifying for Formula 1 that there was, again, a mistake by the FIA giving track limits for Paris and eventually reinstating that lap. But yeah, it's just silly mistakes, I suppose, because it was clear he was on the line. But yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, and of course, that cost Perez yesterday in qualifying. It really did, because he had to run again on that original stint. Let's say for sure.
Rain still expected.
Short and sweet. Rain still expected. Really, I thought there was just a dark clouds festival above Budapest. The wind's picking up as well. Humidity is dropping quite alarmingly. But yeah, Perez yesterday had to run again on the same set of softs in that Q2 session, and it cost him because he didn't have anyone to follow. He didn't have any tow around the lap, so it cost him, and he couldn't run again, and it put him in P11. So the FIA really cost Perez the chance of running a good strategy in qualifying and getting into the top 10. But Verstappen starts 10th on the grid. So today it's an open goal for the Ferraris to have a great race. I'm very much looking forward to it as they come through. Vesti leads by 6.1 seconds, but the top 10 still haven't pitted, Synth.
Yeah, definitely also a chance for Ferrari to close up with Red Bull starting P10 and P11. A little bit of a lock-up from Dennis Hauger into turn 2.
Yeah, putting a lot of lock on there through that first couple of corners. Fittipaldi does a 1:33.071, gets the fastest lap of the race so far. And there's dark clouds approaching as the fans come in. That tree always alarms me just on the outside at turn 2. It's been there since the 80s, obviously.
Just behind more than 5 seconds, so we are fighting for the win.
Yeah, I was just about to know.
We are fighting for the win, says Frederick Vesti. as well, his engineer. Well, I wouldn't be surprised because if that rain comes, he'll have to go to wets and he's got a free strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they did a really good job, and I think that everyone on the yellow compound tire is gonna try to stay to the wets.
Looking fantastic again. Don't forget, later on, the Formula One race will be on air from 1 p.m. British summertime. Where's Schwartzman now? Robert Schwartzman. I think he's gone over to the Super Formula in Japan for a while, Robert Schwartzman. Of course, he's not in it this year. So I think that's where Robert Schwartzman's gone. And look at that, Pirelli talking with the Prima engineers. That would be for Dennis Hauger, as he's all there as well, because Daruvala's already pitted. As they go down towards turn number 1, Hauger goes late, Lawson goes late, passes Hauger, Hauger gets the cab back as well, side by side. And Hauger can't make the move there. Through goes Liam Lawson. Oh no, Hauger's back through. Lawson's letting back through. What happened there, Sid? That was a bit messy.
No, it was a very, very late dive from Liam Lawson and just a beautiful switchback from Hauger.
Lost compared to the others. Can you hang on? I will try.
You've got a big tyre loss compared to the others. Can you hang on? And he says, I'll try. That's a racer. That's a pure racer right there as well.
Yeah. So he had this beautiful switchback in turn 1 on Lawson, really close to contact. But yeah, he got back through, and Lawson with the DRS towards turn 2 also didn't get close enough to get back past him. So well defended by Hauger. But if you're really struggling that much with the tires, he's going to have a long race.
7 seconds.
To do Hauger ASAP because he's struggling.
Catch up to Hauger ASAP because he's struggling. Well, yeah, he's struggling on the tyres, isn't he? So you've got basically a free opportunity to go through and just make an overtake. So absolutely go for it. Full throttle, go and see what you can make of it. That's the good thing. As well, Vesti up there as well. Lap 17 of 37, 34 minutes to go. The F2 will be over in plenty of time for the British Touring Car Championship at 12 o'clock. Myself and Josh Players will be commentating on that one as well. Race 1 is live, Race 2 is delayed, Race 3 hopefully is live as well. As F1 will also be live. It's up the inside now again. Lawson throws it on the inside for 4th. Hauger turns in. They go wheel to wheel, and Hauger is the one who ends up off the track, Synth.
Yeah, now he's definitely passed. Again, with a late dive on the inside. This time, Hauger didn't try to switch back, but tried to stick it around the outside of turn 1. And unfortunately for him, he got pushed off the track. Not sure if there will be a penalty for that, but I think he's allowed to push himself there. Managed to keep it on track, keep it in the right way, because obviously I think it's a lot more slippery off track because it's still a bit damp there. But now it's Sargent who's really close behind him.
Looking okay so far as the racing continues then. No safety car yet either, as Enzo Fittipaldi does the 1:33.071. So that's the fastest lap of the race so far. That was a few moments ago. Here's a replay of Frederick Vesti though, since down to turn 1.
Yeah, so let's see what happened here. Did he have a lock up? Is he going to be overtaken? Or maybe a bit of oversteer? Nothing happening for now. Turn 2.
The tyres are coming back, I heard. Oh, never mind.
Well,
He's locked up massively on the inside front, and that left tyre is beginning to shred from the inner carcass. It's flying around, and it's flying off. That's not going to last too much longer, I don't think.
Nope, they're going to really pray that the rain will come as soon as possible. Otherwise, they'll have to make a pit stop anyways. And then again, another one, because they're going to go through the wet. So, yeah, this is not very good for them. It's just taking too long, the rain.
New power units for Verstappen, Perez and Gasly for today's race, but only Gasly will receive a penalty. So there's your news. Breaking here from Hungary. Perez and Verstappen will have a new engine, but not a penalty as Fittipaldi passes Cordil into 12th position. I don't agree with that. If you change power units to a brand new one during the race weekend, you should have a penalty, because it's effectively, it's just a free strategy now. Give them a penalty. It's unfair to everyone else who does it.
Yeah, why don't they get a penalty?
I don't know. The cars are in Parc Fermé. You've changed an engine. It should be a penalty from the back of the grid. That's.
Or maybe, of course, because they can show that there was an issue with the car and it was unsafe.
4-3? Possibly, to be fair, yeah. If they wouldn't make it to the end, as Fittipaldi passes up to 11th position. Now, I don't agree with that rule, personally. That's a bad one in my books. It makes it too easy. Don't like too easy.
But I'm definitely sure that they were definitely able to show that they were not, that the engine wasn't going to work anymore. We saw it in the qualifying, and that they needed a new one. So that's why probably they were not going to receive a penalty for that one.
Yeah, that's great news actually, because if that little spot of rain there, I think it's raining.
Yeah, it is.
No, stay out, stay out.
Hauger saying it's starting to rain and it's now spitting. This is it then. The last part of this race is going to be fantastic. We're halfway in this sprint, in this feature race, as Hauger gets under pressure this time as well. Round the outside comes Logan Sargent, and Sargent takes 5th position away. But Lawson is now Sargent's next target. Hauger can't do anything about it.
Yeah, well done. So definitely not wet enough for the wets now. So obviously Hauger still has to stay out on those destroyed tires. But for the guys on these yellow tires, they're gonna love that it's raining now. Let's hope for them that it will be very wet very soon.
So, lap 19 of 37. Not that long to go in this session as well. As they keep on, this is getting intense now. As track temperature is at 32.5 degrees. Air temperature 19.5. Wind speed at 5 miles per hour. So that wind is sort of blowing the clouds and the rain in quite quickly. As, look, soft tyres getting ready at Prima. That must be for Hauger. Has to be Hauger.
Yeah, his tires are obviously done, but
Whoa.
are not going to make it to the rain. Oh, Roy Nizani with a massive lock up there into turn 1.
Tried to take
I think he's going to
Pourchaire.
run wide, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he got it. But, yeah, he did run deep, didn't he? Pourchaire got through.
Yeah, and now Fittipaldi's right behind him.
There was David Bettman coming through. The action starting to rise and tension up as the rest of the field run through. Vesti, Vips, Verschoor, and into the pit lane now comes Dennis Hauger. So Hauger comes in.
So his tires didn't make it till the rain. Well, it is raining, but not until it's wet enough for the full wet. So, fortunate for him, just Theo Pourchaire going for a move on the inside.
Pourchaire on the inside, passing Beckman in towards turn 1. Nice move from Theo Pourchaire, the Frenchman. And he makes it through as well. The 18-year-old Theo Pourchaire, absolutely unstoppable in these series at the moment, as is a new change for Dennis Hauger. And it's been announced that Pierre Gasly will start this race from the pit lane. So he's going to start the race from the pits as Roy Nizani comes in to change tyres.
Yeah, so they're not. Why are they pitting now? It's just that I think they've got to keep going for a few more laps until the rain is heavy enough, right? Or is it trying to stay like this?
I don't see why they've pitted. It makes zero sense to me as to why they've come in now, because they're just going to have to come in again immediately. It's going to start raining quite heavily, and when it rains here at the Hungaroring, you need power boats. It's a flawed system by F1, says Groman. Yes, it really is, for the fact that Robert Schwartzman isn't in the sport at all at the moment as they come through. And I know, I want to see the lap times as from Hauger. His last real lap was a 1:35. His best is a lap 1:33. So I want to see what Hauger's up to on his lap times when we get it on the soft tyres. We're on board with Amon Mawasa, who I believe has come into the pit lane in this race. Yes, he has. I tell you who hasn't stopped yet is Marcus Armstrong. He's down in 13th position, so Armstrong's trying to hold off for the wet weather as well, but it doesn't matter because the rain's the great equaliser, so you may as well come in soon. And yeah, Fittipaldi goes to 8th. In this case, if you're Armstrong so far back, because there goes him making a move now on Cordial, but Armstrong, Synth, hasn't stopped, down in 12th, and he's got cars who have pitted in front of him. So that nullifies the advantage of pitting only once in this race when the rain comes down.
Yeah, definitely, and I think he's just going to hope for a safety car maybe when he's going to pit to the wet, when everyone is going to pit to the wet. So I'm not sure how much heavier he's going to get. I'm sure they all know about the weather, but it's still looking very, it's just a few drops I think, but not.
Yeah, I'm being told that by Alex Jakes as well that on his commentary box window there's no sign of rain, but he's not going to see anything from his commentary box window because the commentary box at Hungary is inside the grandstand with a massive roof over the top of it. So he's not going to see rain in the grandstand, is he? It flows over it here. So I can see rain on the camera lens, which means there's rain somewhere around here. No rain expected. Okay. For the next 15
Next
minutes.
15 minutes.
It's coming in there, isn't it? You can see on the tracker, it's starting to blow in. So it will rain. The
Yeah,
question
so
is
that-
when. Go on, Sid.
Yeah, sorry. It could definitely. There's chance of rain, but it's only for the final few laps. So
Again, here's Hubert.
The option start the side traffic. It's looking good.
And there's the
And at the inside as well, Iwasa passes Beckman into turn 1. But yeah, I completely agree with you. That's going to rain and nullify any advantage they all had in this race strategy beforehand. So they need to find some time to find as well. As the group stage is over, Megan's now going to go into the duels in a few moments' time. Which is going to be a lot
now
of
I
fun.
do understand why they Hauger already pitted, because it's not going to rain very soon. So the guys on the medium tires, they're definitely have to pit soon because obviously they're going to lose a lot of time if they're going to stay out too long.
So everyone who started the race on the mediums, who gambled on going long, is going to be okay because they can do their scheduled pit stop and go on to softs. Everybody who has so far pitted in this race, who started on the softs and put the mediums on, are now in trouble because they gambled on that rain coming. It hasn't worked, and they are not going to make it to the end. They've got another 15 laps to do on tyres that are already getting destroyed. I can't believe this. It's not going to work out.
Maybe it is. I mean, those mediums from the leaders are keeping up pretty long, so maybe they can hold on until the end. And it's gonna rain, possibly gonna rain then for the final few laps still, with possibly a lot of rain as well. So they're gonna have to pit. That could really result in a like Russia last year, maybe.
Yes.
Just a final few laps that are you gonna pit or not? Are you gonna take the risk? And yeah, that could be very interesting as well.
Tensions are up. Atmosphere is up. I tell you what, this is going to be a very fun race coming up. Let's take a look. Gwenmin says it's a flawed system, and I read that wrong. She was replying to changing power units in the weekends. I agree. That needs to be modified because you can't effectively. I'm on pole, but my engine's dying, so I'm going to get a new one and not have a grid penalty. I know Verstappen starts 10th, but the question is he starts P10 in the race as well. He hasn't changed anything.
Yeah, and I think they would have taken the penalty anyways. But yeah, obviously, if they don't have to, why would they?
Precisely, yeah. They don't need to. I would have done it. I mean, I criticise, but I would have done exactly the same. If it's penalty-free, stick a new engine in there and see what you can do after a very bad qualifying when you had power issues. So, absolutely. But that's going to worry Ferrari, I think, in the F1 race as well, because it's now going to mean he's in trouble. They're in trouble, and they've got to deal with George Russell starting on pole for the first time.
Absolutely, but of course, rain is the great equalizer. So in that case, it doesn't really matter, and it does look like it's going to race now. For me, it says there's a big chance of rain at 3 o'clock, and also for 4 o'clock local time, of course. Then, so it could definitely rain, and maybe towards the end it could dry up. So
Bring the
could
rain.
have a really interesting race.
Bring the rain. An hour into the F1 race, that would be, wouldn't it? 3 o'clock's the start time. Yeah, so rain, rain, rain. That's all we want. That's what we need. As Novalak pits, Synth. So Novalak dives into the pit lane, and Bollock Bassi, Iwasa all go through as well. This is Drugovich and Armstrong. And Armstrong, keeping around the outside at turn 1, gets the cutback, and does he pull the move off? Where does he do it?
I think so. He's got the arrest here as well.
So he must have done it around the outside at turn 2. That's an amazing little run there.
Yeah, well done from him.
Armstrong's impressing me like crazy as they're about to go into the dual system as well. As Novalak returns out the pit lane down in 21st position. So that's his second stop of the race, and he had that penalty. So he's now down into last. Last in the race because, of course, Jack Doohan is out. And was out since lap 2 of the race.
Yeah. I think he could have done about it, and just his car just broke down. And I still wonder why they just let him go on for another lap.
Gremlin says, I can see Max going to 4th to 5th early if rain is bearing a contact-free race, of course. Yes, contact-free driving, of course, yeah. I think we could see Max on a great race. I'm looking forward to this one. I really am. Hungary is always a great one, as we see another overtake on the inside line. Lawson trying to pass for sure into turn 1. For sure is the outside line. Lawson just squiggling, but again, I don't think he's got the move there. Verschure's got him and shuts the door. Lawson's going to try and go all the way around the outside of turn 3, though. Gets a little wiggle as Verschure goes deep. That's some great driving from Richard Verschure, Synth. He knew exactly what to do to keep Lawson behind him there.
Yeah, placed his car perfectly. I think there was a little wiggle as well for Lawson, so that's why he couldn't really keep it around the outside of turn 2. But yeah, still holding on for now, Richard Verschure on P3.
Megan's just told me that Giovinazzi... Oh, Lawson radio. Lawson saying that Verschure moved over to braking. I don't think he did. I think that was just about right.
Yeah, I will see a replay of that soon, and I don't think he really did.
Let's take a look then, Sid. Talk us through it.
Yeah. No, he didn't move on the braking. It was way before the braking point there. So, yeah, no way.
That's fine. That is absolutely fine. In that order of positions as well. Good morning to Josh, who's already in there. Our pit reporter, getting ready. You only got 40 minutes until British Touring Car, Josh. Don't be too long. IOI's burning, Josh T says, Gremlin. Oh, into the pits. That's for sure. So Lawson takes 3rd.
Hey, so I think now we're going to get to a point where the medium runners will have to go to the pits.
Down then into the pits, for sure. Will he might actually get something here into the top 10 because everyone who pitted for the mediums, I don't think can make it to the end. So brand new soft compound to the end of this race. No tyre warmers, remember. So for sure goes through. Beckman pits as well. So David Beckman comes into the pit lane.
Yeah, so for sure around P12, P13 now. P12 now. Where's he going to drop down to?
So they may choose
Vesti is push and box for Frederick Vesti.
Right. So the race leader for now is going to make a pit stop. I wonder where he's going to get out of the pits now for sure. Dropping down all the way to P16. But obviously, Vesti was already, I think, around 7 seconds ahead of for sure. So I wonder where he's going to get out of and how much faster he's going to be on those newer soft tires.
Yeah, he's dropped down, as you said, to 16th, as Beckman's dropped down to 21st with that penalty. And in comes the race leader, Frederick Vesti. He's got 6 seconds to Vips, a further 10 to Lawson, so 17 in total. This should be a very entertaining pit stop as he brings it down. What he needs now, of course... Oh, and Vips pits too. So that negates one threat. With Vips coming in, is Lawson going to pit at the same time? 3, 4, 5, go. Yeah, it's that 5-second time penalty. That wasn't good.
Yeah. I almost forgot about that. So, yeah, he's going to lose the position to Vips, that's for sure.
We need to see if he gets out ahead of Portier. That's the question. Here comes into the pits now, Vips. So, can he get out ahead? Can they do a really super stop? I don't think they can. Awasa goes to 5th. Armstrong goes through, but they've pitted still. Awasa with the net lead of the race, I believe. No, Portier takes 3rd. Portier then, with the net lead of the race, goes into 3rd position. It's Lawson and Sargent 1-2. As they both lock up. They all lock up into turn 1. They've got no tyre temp, and it is getting darker out there, and I think it's even starting to rain at turn 1 a little bit.
Yeah, massive lock-up for the both of them here. Now he's got to watch out. As
he's
again
off.
A lock-up.
Vesti's in trouble with that flat spot, and I think Vips might pass him here. And I think Vesti's thrown it away. Look, he's trying to get temperature into the tyres. Here comes Hauger. It's all done. Juruvilla coming through too. It's all done. It's all done. It's Portier's win. That's what it is. I'm guaranteeing him. 3rd feature of the year.
Well, when his tyres are getting up to temperature, he's going to be much faster. But obviously, so much colder tyres
now.
Again a lock-up. He's going to go into the gravel.
Did he cut the corner? He cut the chicane, yeah. So multiple lockups for Vesti. Juruvilla up to 10th, passing Vips. And it almost looks like it is raining, the amount of slow grips they've got. This is like it is a wet lap. My God. Talk us through it, Synth.
Yeah. this is on board with Vesti, so he's going to lock up again, front right tire this time, and just cutting the chicane. I don't, you're not allowed to do that much more, so maybe he's going to get away with it for this time, but and behind as well, Vip's being overtaken there by Daruvula. Vip's doing a better job. He's not locking up at every corner, only in turn 1 he was. Yeah, this is now Logan Sargent in the pits.
So this will be Lawson, who hasn't stopped yet. He's got 6 seconds to Porsche. Sargent pits, off go the mediums. Here comes everybody else as now we see Vips being passed by Johan Daruvula. No, Vips is passing Johan Daruvula. So those soft tyres have come up to temperature and he's repassed as up the inside. That's Caldwell passing Sato for 11th position. There's Sargent rejoining 17th, just behind Roberto Meri. As Novalak...
Yeah, the run quite a bit. So let's see where everybody is.
Oh, Lawson.
Made his way through.
Yeah, confirmed not this lap.
So Lawson's pitting this lap since. Go to you.
Yeah, Vesti in P8 right now, not too far away from Cordeel. How much faster is he going to be on those soft tires? So the first one who spitted is obviously Butcher. He's quite very far ahead of him. So that's not really gonna work. I think I think he's got to win over 20 seconds in that case. Obviously, with a safety car, it could change everything. But here comes Liam Lawson into the pits.
Wise decision, but that's going to give Porsche the lead immediately. The gap was only 5 seconds, 5.3 across the line. So Lawson pits. There is Theo Porsche, the Frenchman, who takes the lead of the feature race here in Budapest as they head down towards turn 1. Fittipaldi will be very close behind him in second position by 1.9 seconds to the battle for the lead. He's now well and truly on as Iwata takes third. Nice runs, this.
How much is the gap?
1.9.
1.9, right. So can he close that gap? I'm not sure if he's closing up or if Butcher is pulling away. We're going to have a look at that. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting race towards the end, especially. I wonder if the rain is still predicted or if it's changing again, because it has changed the whole time. It is just like yesterday as well. This is what happened to Iwasa. It was front left. Oh.
Flat spot gone massively.
Yeah.
That's not great news on the inside. Need to get that one improved as more battling further back again as well. Frederick Vesti having a go on Cordeel, who's in 6th position. Cordeel defends it. Vesti can't find a way through unless Cordeel goes wide. Well, this is good defending from Cordeel for once. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, but
round the outside goes Vesti. Great move.
So much more grip on those softs. So they are a lot faster now. So I wonder how much he can close into the rest.
Yeah, this could be good for Vesti. He's only 21 seconds back from Porsche as things stand. So plenty of time.
That's twice past.
Yep, Vips goes to Cordeel. I think Alex Jakes just said their commentary at the moment is just random noises as these two make overtakes on the track. It pretty much is ours as well. Go on, Cynthia, you spotted something?
I think Mary or Caldwell, one of the Campos gone off in that first chicane, the first right-hand side corner. This is what happened with Vesti. Oh, I made a mistake, Cordeel.
Yeah. Cordeel locked up. Vesti going to slip up the inside line. Oh, that's close around the outside. He's got the cut back. I don't know how that happened there.
Yeah.
Megan's getting energetic.
Look how much more grip he's going to have.
Yeah, go on. Bengo.
So much more grip on the outside.
Good move there. As Megan's got very excited in the commentary box of Formula E, so something's happened there. As well in qualifying. Don't forget that the F1 and FE races are on at exactly the same time. So Megan and Ian Birch are commentating on the Formula E. And myself and Josh Plays are commentating on the F1. Matthew Owens might be joining us from USON. We are double checking this as it's lap 30 of 37. 8 laps to go in 12 minutes. They'll be doing 1:30s. This race might hit the 1 hour board as well. Josh has just told me that Giovinazzi is through to the semi-finals as he's knocked out Nick de Vries. In Formula E, Giovinazzi is going well. My God.
Wow.
My God. That is amazing. Megan's just now texted me as she's commentating Giovinazzi through to semi-finals. Megan's having the better qualifying. Let's hear from Cordeel.
What he needs to achieve.
Yes, man, we'll need to see what this rain looks like.
to stay in P1, it looks like, as well. And that rain not coming through. Djokovic is going to have to push. But, yeah, Megan's having the best qualifying of the year, by the sounds of it. I'm a bit jealous about that. I've waited all year for a good quali from Giovinazzi. Race control synth.
Yeah, gonna get again. Can't. No, there's not a weekend without it. Scott's one now with track limit, black and white flag.
Yeah, it's starting to rain.
Raining!
It
It's
is
raining!
starting to rain.
Yes.
And it's locking
and
up!
immediately.
So it's now throwing it down, and there's a lock-up starting. It's raining as Alex Jakes deafens me up in the com box. Cordial's boxed immediately, Synth. He's going for wets.
And Vesti on the soft tires, he's got so much more grip than Djokovic, who already locked up in turn 2.
Yeah, Vesti's going to have a better run now as well. He might get this one. Cordial, I think, has boxed and put on the wet compound tyre. You may as well, if it's starting to rain, you're in 10th, you may as well just have a gamble and see what you can do. Yes, he has.
It seems dry here.
It's bone dry round here as they head down. Vesti again battling with Dragovic. And yellow sector 1.
Yeah, I think it's sector 1, turn 1 and 2 where it's most wet. I think around here it's not even raining, but...
Oh,
could
Dragovic
be.
goes
Look at
wide.
this.
It's raining sector 3. Dragovic has gone wide. Vesti's going to send it at the inside line at turn 12. Just about. Takes the exit curb. Gets on the run. Tries to go around the outside at turn 13. Oh, God. Hold it around the outside line. Dragovic teams it tight. Forces him wide. And Vesti's doing it. He's held it around the outside line. Last corner inside. He's done it. Brilliant move from Frederick Vesti to take over for 5th position as the rain starts to fall. And yeah, Cordial has put wets on.
Yeah, very well done. Perfect use of his fresher tires. So now he's got to watch out. Sector 1, this is a thing where it's also very wet. We saw a yellow flag earlier on. And turn 2 is where Djokovic is locked up. Look at Vips, also with a great exit at turn 1.
Vips round the outside of Dragovic down at turn 1 and now into turn 2. Another lock up from Dragovic and Vips goes through. There's the rain coming through. But it's not raining hard enough. I think those wet tyres are a mistake. What is, who am I looking for? On the board. Who stopped? Cordial. Yeah, Cordial on dries. He's not on wets, he's on dries. So both me and Alex were wrong as Cordial went on the softs and it had a spin.
Yeah, so if he just went out of the pit lane, then it obviously means that he had some cold tires and it was already pretty damp around there. So why did he pit? It's starting raining now.
Yeah, this is getting a bit bizarre. The fans walking in. No umbrellas yet at that part of the track, so they're up on a hill as well as we see more battles. There's a spot of rain on the camera lens as Logan Sargent going for 10th position against Johan Jaruvula. Jaruvula shutting the door. Battle for the last points paying position.
Yeah, no flag now as well for track limit, getting a black and white flag. Sargent is really right at the back of Jaruvula. Also, Sargent on the softer tires, so this could be a really interesting last couple of laps with now the rain falling down as well.
5 to go. Yep, Sargent looking to the inside line. Don't think he can get through there. Again, so much more drama happening in this race. Oh, the camera catches up as well as a little bit of a electrical problem. Lawson's done a new personal best, a 1:31.932, so the track can't be that bad at the moment. If Lawson's doing personal best, as round the outside, Logan Sargent trying out the last corner. He's got so much more grip compared to everybody else. He even gives a little hand there to Johan Jaruvula as well, saying, what were you doing coming out the last corner? P10 is Sargent's.
Little hand up in there, wow. Yes, now behind him. He's not done yet. Jaruvula is back under pressure now from Caldwell as well, possibly.
Hauger's come into the pit lane, so Dennis Hauger has come in. Now, what's...
It's wet here. Look, again,
Yes.
a lock-up now for Jaruvula.
It's really wet there, isn't it? It's that greasy wetness as well that you slip off the track quite easily down at that part of the track, as we now see Jaruvula coming through. It's only damp at the bottom of the hill at turns 1, 2 and 3. That's the only bit. Look, pit lane, arms out. Is it raining? Is it not raining? I can't feel anything. Oh, there's a spot of rain on his arm though, so it is raining. Is he going to throw it down hard enough on the last lap that everyone slips off the track? Who's going to make it on slicks if it does rain? But this is a Formula 2 race, but a Formula 1 weekend. The rain always arrives after the race.
Yeah, but maybe if it gets heavier now, we can have a very interesting last laps.
I do hope so. I really do. If it was a MotoGP race, the the white flag with the red X. So this is an England flag though, but still, that would be waving out there to say the track is wet. But this will be waving tonight for the Lionesses, who've gone into the final. The England's women team into the final of the Women's Euros as well. I'll be watching up here in the comms box as well because we've got races on. But go to the Lionesses versus France, I think, it's for sure. Sends it up the inside of Felipe Dragovic as well. Nice move on the inside.
Yeah, still DRS, so not too wet for that. Now he's got to watch out in turn 2, of course, because I think this is the corner where it's most wet. Yeah, you can see it immediately. Dragovic looking up.
Taking it through as well, having more accidents. They are accident prone, aren't they, out there at the back of the track. Again, Vestige having a little bit of a move. Twitch of the ears. Novalak's up to 14th. He's past Sato.
Yeah, all right, so he's on the softer tires as well, but no, Armstrong is on the medium, so he's gonna. We saw it with the other overtakes, so much more grip. But where are you gonna put it? It's obviously Monaco without walls is the name, but
yeah,
gonna be difficult to overtake.
Again, desperately trying to hold off with the battle and the advantage here again. There's going to be numerous worries about contact happening as well. They've just got to be careful. As Vesti again holding through. Lawson to 8th. He's past Dragovic as well. He's down into 9th position. The battle is on. 3 laps to go here at Budapest for the F2 race. F1 coming up in around about 2 hours' time. Well, 90 minutes' time, actually, is the start of the broadcast. 2.5 hours' time until green light. Is down to turn 1 again. And he's just completely out of it, is Armstrong, as Vesti sends it up the inside, late on the brakes. And it's a good move from Frederick Vesti.
Yeah, well done. Armstrong tried to stick it around the outside, but obviously not enough grip for that. And now with DRS on this little straight as well, gotta watch out in turn 2. Little moment there for Armstrong as well, but now he's gonna try and fight for the podium.
Cautiously, wildly, accelerating. That's the question as Lawson ran the outside of Felipe Dragovic. What a move from Lawson at turn 11. You'll never see that again. You can't pass there, and he's just proved it's possible.
Yeah, very, very well done. Making use of the fastest tires as well. More grip, no overlap, getting past Pollock Passy now as well. Many battles going on really behind. Obviously, you've got the one long straight towards turn 1, but for the rest of the track, you can't really overtake that much.
This is great news for Pourchaire in the championship. Dragovic will only get 2 points. That advantage he's held since Barcelona as well when he took pole position, won the sprint and won the feature. He's had about a 30-point gap in the title ever since. Today, that will begin to be nullified. It will be within 1 feature race win for Pourchaire now as well. 2 points will go to Dragovic. 25 will go to Pourchaire. The gap closes by 23 points with only a couple of weekends left. 4 rounds after this as well, as we'll go to Spa, the Netherlands, Monza, then a big break until Abu Dhabi, where will be the season finale for the championship hunt down as Vips looks to the inside as well to pass teammates. Armstrong into turn 1 and Vips goes ahead. Been let through by Armstrong basically.
Yeah, the gap from Pourchaire to Fittipaldi has been around the same, but he's a little bit closer, I think. Now it's 1.7. Can he close the gap down? Obviously, one mistake from the race leader Pourchaire, and he's a lot closer. Oh, look at Verschoor now on the inside as well.
Richard Verschoor trying to go through. Lawson has a little bit of a wiggle. It's still so damp down here at turn 2 and 3 and through 4 as well. The rain's heavier there. It's properly raining in that part of the track. How they're staying on, I don't know. The tire temperature must be kept up as well so much that it's working perfectly. So, 2 to go.
Yeah,
Go on, Synth.
1.4 on 1.4, 1.3 between Pourchaire and Fittipaldi. He's closing up. This could be now an interesting battle for the lead in the final few laps.
Everyone's hoping for the same thing. More drama, please. More action. But there's only a lap and a bit to go as Pourchaire's coming into the last couple of corners to start that last lap. Beckman's up to 17th. Callum Williams is down into 18th position. Pourchaire round the last corner to take the white flag in effect and start the last lap of this race. On to the last lap. Go
just
on,
just a little bit too far for DRS. Now 1.2. So he's going to hope for a mistake, otherwise it's going to be very difficult for him to get past.
Late on the breaks through 1. Fittipaldi's right behind him. A mistake from Pourchaire here would give Fittipaldi a feature race win. Theo Pourchaire's had 2 feature race wins this season as well. Enzo Fittipaldi hasn't had any. as well. This will think it'll be his best result of the season, Fittipaldi. He's only finished third of recollection as well. But for Theo Pourchaire, he's never been a sprint race winner this year. He's only ever been feature races. He took feature race in Shakir, he took feature race in Imola, and this will be, where's his third feature race win? I can't find it, actually. As we take a look, Lawson versus Verschoor, Synth.
Yeah, I think Liam Lawson did get past him on the outside. For sure, really trying to get stick with him, but now he on the outside and with the rest on the straight as well, getting past.
Oh, and Fittipaldi looks like he's made a mistake. Fittipaldi has made a mistake. He's got off the track. 2.9 seconds. Fittipaldi is slowing. Fittipaldi has got 3 seconds back. He's made a mistake on the track. Can he make it to the end of the race? There's a mechanical something wrong. Wasser's forcing him down as well. 3.5. I don't believe it. Fittipaldi might not finish second as Kala and the Caldwell's dropped down in 17th position. Caldwell's in trouble. Theo Pourchaire, though, who won the feature race in Shakir, won the feature race in Imola. He only seems to win on Sundays. Theo Pourchaire is 3 times a winner in Formula 2 in 2022 and takes the victory. Fittipaldi finishes second and Wasser is third. And Wasser third and Vesti fourth. Synth.
Yeah, we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Wonder where that's from. But yeah, Fittipaldi did make it to the end. I wonder what happened. Did he make a mistake or did he have some kind of issue with his car? We'll see probably a replay of that soon. And sector 1, 2. I think sector 1 is because everyone's finished now. Sector 2, could that be for Caldwell then?
So something's happened there. As the yellows are in sectors 1 and 2. Dragovic finishes 9th. Sato finishes 10th. As well, Sargent finishes in 10th. Druva 11th. Caldwell, Novalak 12th. Caldwell 13th. Caldwell is dropping down. Caldwell has stopped on the track. Yeah,
I think it is Caldwell indeed. Sector 2. Let's see what happened for him now. Well done by Pourchaire.
That's a big disappointment as well. Let's hear from Pourchaire.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. So happy with this one. And happy holidays to everyone now. Now we can go to the holidays. Amazing.
He is delighted, and you can understand why. It's been
He's delighted. We're delighted. Synthel as well. What do you make of that race then?
Yeah, it was getting a little close towards the end, but unfortunately Fittipaldi made some sort of error, possibly. I'm not sure we're going to see a replay of that soon, what happened in that final lap, but yeah, this was a great race. Unfortunately, the rain didn't come.
We are P2. Very, very good job. Amazing. Oh! Yes! Thanks, guys. Wow, what a race. What a race. Amazing. Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Radio comms through the middle of the race between Charouz and Fittipaldi while they were making the call on what they were going to do, and was really down to the man behind the steering wheel to deliver before the pit stop in terms of pace, but also did a great job of clinging on when he was out there on cold tyres, people coming at him with much more tyre temperature. And Fittipaldi drove an extremely wide car at stages when he didn't have the car underneath him, without locking up, without damaging tyres, and holding on to the front to give him the pace moving forward through the stint.
Did Theo Pourchaire need that win for so long consistently on the podium? But you don't win titles without victories, and you need to win due to the new point system in the feature race. He's done just that, like he did in Imola, like he did in the first feature race of the year in Bahrain, and he will be delighted.
Sorry for that penalty. I just left them. Had nowhere to go, just left them. But congrats team, good job. P1, P4, another good result, and a very, very fast car. So thank you very much.
He's not wrong, is he, Alex? Because he finished 6.7 seconds off the lead, but for a slightly different outlap, and without that 5-second penalty, he could have been fighting these two in the final stages.
Oh, what a return to form for the man who failed to score in the first 5 races of the season for Vesti. But ruining the penalty, a race of what could have been for him, as his teammate takes home the spoils. But that was the right strategy, wasn't it? The strategy Theo Pourchaire was not on, but he just had speed throughout so many phases of the race. And, was in the right place in the pits as well to get out ahead. Other rivals forced to wait for him as he trundled down the pit lane, played a role, gave him track position, but it was down to him to deliver the pace after that to hold off Fittipaldi in the closing laps, and that's exactly what he did.
Théo Pourchaire, a winner again in Formula 2. And when your rival has a tough day, and let's be honest, Felipe Drugovich has barely had any tough days this year in an exemplary championship campaign. You've got to take advantage. He has taken advantage. We were talking about it in practice, Alex. There's always a race that doesn't go to plan. There's always a weekend where you have a wobble. Now there's a couple of weeks for Drugovich to clear his head and come back for that crucial triple header of Spa, Zandvoort and Monza.
And in a season like this, you cannot think it's all over. You can't go out there just to drive the miles and score the points. And I think that's what Felipe Drugovich has found out over the past 37 laps of racing. You have to race every single lap of every single round of these series. Otherwise, the point swings can be so aggressive. They thought it was all over. Well, it definitely isn't, because Théo Pourchaire has put himself absolutely back in the hunt, and it'll only take one more round like this before the young Frenchman's leading the championship.
It can easily fall away from you, and when you start the day on 44 points and you finish at 21 in the lead, it shows you that I thought you were going to start doing they think it's all over. That's for later on tonight with the Lionesses, but it's a French driver on top in...
Okay, my thanks then to Alex Brundle and Alex Jakes as well. Senthil, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We're going off here now quickly as well because I'm going to get back to Formula E as Megan's had a little bit of an upset with her stomach at the moment. She'll be fine for the race, but I've got to get back there. So my thanks to you, Senthil, for joining me today. What's been your moment of F2? Quite quickly.
Sure, to be honest, it was just a great race again.
Thanks, Senth, for joining me. Go enjoy your holiday. Thanks to you all as well. We'll be back later on for all the action. But next up, it's Formula E ending qualifying. Then we go on as well, ready for the session for British Touring Cars. Bye for now.